But Marley, you know, you're a senior. Last year, there's a lot of seniors this year.
Yeah.
Not a rebuild when I was talking to the coach earlier. It was one of those almost a next generation up kind of thing. How do you feel about this team, even though there's a lot of new faces? It just seems like everyone's ready for this challenge.
Yeah, it definitely sucks because all the people that I used to play with are gone now. But I think it'll be good because, I don't know, our team is all underclassmen now, so they have a good opportunity to play and get used to playing varsity and stuff, so they should be ready by the time they get to upperclassmen and stuff. So it should be good for them.
And one of the things a lot of coaches have talked about is how many females participated in this off-season weightlifting program. Just seems like it's almost a new philosophy when it comes to getting in shape for that season and staying in shape. What was this off-season like for you?
Yeah, went to a lot of weights, early morning. Everybody went to weights. It was a good season in regards to that. We decided to do a new point system, so it motivated people to go, so they'd play varsity. Yeah, we all worked really hard, went to weights a lot all summer.
And Isabel, what's this been like for you? Of course, you had an older brother participating in this, but jumping right into it as a freshman, how's it been adjusting to this?
Yeah, it's definitely different, just how much work you have to put into it, but I mean, it all comes out for our benefit, so.
And what's it been like playing with the girls? You know, one of them who's been a senior or a varsity player for 4 years. What's this been like?
It's been fun. We're definitely a younger team, so there's a lot of room to grow and improve, but it's been fun.
And what's it been like just getting back in the rotation this season?
Yeah.
Of course, you were one of the heavy bats last year. How do you feel right now?
Yeah, I feel confident. I'm ready to go into the season. I hope everybody else is. Hopefully we do. I mean, just because of how many seniors we lost, I definitely am skeptical about how we'll do, but I think everyone's putting more work than every other year, so statistically we should be pretty good.
And what do you think breaking into this lineup? You know, when I asked the coach, hey, tell me, let me interview, of course, the senior captain here, but also let me talk to a player that's showing a lot of potential. How do you feel about just playing with these girls and kind of showing off your skills right now?
I'm definitely grateful that I've been able to play with these older girls that kind of know what they're doing and can be a role model to be able to play varsity.
And one more question, which is, okay, not only do you have kind of a jamboree coming up, but then a couple of days later you have a real deal tournament where you can get some real solid games in there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about just getting in so much action with these girls in such a small amount of time?
I'm excited to see how we'll do. We obviously played our summer games, but they're very they're not too serious. They're just an hour straight. So I'm excited for I'm excited to wear our uniforms and have real games that matter, with pressure, to see how everybody does. I think it'll be fun.
And what do you think? This is gonna be the first time you get to throw those clothes on, the uniform on for real? Are you excited about this upcoming game, or what do you think?
I'm excited. I think it'll be fun to actually get into it and get going.
And are you a little nervous stepping into bat against somebody, or is this something that you've just been, through the nature of youth softball, you're used to maybe seeing a girl that might be 2 or 3 years older than you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to it, but it'll be different too.
All right. Well, no, that's all I got. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. We talked earlier, but not on the record or anything. It was just chit chat. But you know, one thing that, despite the rebuild, you were really excited to see this team go. Kind of what gives you that excitement?
Yeah, I think it's our off season. We went to camp this summer and played down at Lathrop in a league, and just the enthusiasm from the girls, and I think the biggest thing was walking in that first day of practice and not having to reteach stuff. The girls already knew what was going on, and this is a good bunch of young girls, but they know softball. And I think that's the biggest thing, is when you can take steps forward instead of having to slow the pace down to catch freshmen up. So I know we had a really good off season. We hit the weight room hard. We had 100% attendance for our 80%, so I'm very proud of the girls. That's the first thing that's ever happened, with all 13 of them being in the weight room all summer long. So I think that's where the excitement, I think, comes from.
And you know, Marley, you know, you guys as coaches can only be on that field so much. What's it like having her, a player that's participated in all 4 years of the program and really put in some time in the weight room? What do you think about her as a leader?
You know, Marley's gonna be a good leader for us. She's, you know, got a strong bat. She's gonna be one of those players that we look to go for, you know, when things aren't going our way. I got 2 other leaders that Allie Evans and Peyton Stevie have really stepped up this year as far as, you know, leading the team and showing them how to do stuff. and they're more of our vocal leaders. Marley's more of, hey, this is how we do it, let's do it this way. So I'm excited for those three. You know, it's tough when you bring in this many sophomores and freshmen playing on a varsity team, but they've done it really well, and they've been really good leaders so far.
And speaking of tough, you know, you're about to go from the Jamboree and then immediately into a tournament. What's it going to be like getting so many games in with these young girls?
We play 7 games in 5 days, so it's going to be tough. We're going to see some really good competition. I know our Cameron tournament kind of beefed it up this year. Instead of just the 12 teams, we've gone to 16 teams. I had one drop out this week, but so we're at 15 teams. We're going to play here, and then we're going to play a little bit over at the city parks. You know, we've got returning state champion Marceline in it. South Harrison got in it this year, which got beat out in the first round. Savannah's back in it, who went far last year. Picked up Penny. Lawson's back in it again this year. Benton Central. Excelsior Springs will be really tough. Lawson will be really tough in it. So it's a really big tournament. It's turned into kind of like that Northwest, you know, showdown for our area, and tough tournament. I'm excited to see the girls on the field, to see how they compete, see how they play. And you know, girls, when you do them, when you have them in practice, they compete one way. If you put them in a game situation, they always come out a little bit different.
And one more question, which is, you know, this is a young team. Kind of, what is the? You're about to go through a lot of games, so it's almost, do you feel like you're not even ready to set those expectations yet? I mean, kind of, what's your mindset right now with these girls?
We've got 4 sophomores that will probably all 4 start, and we're looking at probably starting 2 freshmen. So that's tough throwing that many girls right out, you know, flat out. Hey, go get it. And I don't know what the expectations are. I know we're gonna work hard. We get through stuff in practice a lot quicker. They get more reps, which is a huge thing. We're 13 strong this year, and we're 13 strong girls. And I think in the future you're going to see it. When you only have one senior, that leads good for, you know, the years to come.
And one more question, which is mentioned state champion Marceline, of course. Excelsior Springs is always a tough team. There's a lot of teams that I cannot repeat because but how important is it for girls this young to get that eye-opening experience of that's what a state team feels like, and kind of know, because you gotta feel it to know it, you know?
That's one of those things. When I started looking at expanding on the tournament, you know, I went out and I touched base with Marceline. I said, hey, this is the tournament. This is who's in it, and you know, Jefferson comes down every year to it. Jefferson is always a state contender. Maysville, who won state 2 years ago, is back in it. It's just a good tournament, and showing the girls and having the girls here around those good teams is huge. And we always get several college coaches come watch our games here during the tournament, and we're excited to host it. Looking for another good season. You know, we've had a different winner for the tournament in the last 6 years, so we'll see who comes out on top this year.
Absolutely. Well, no, that's all I got.